Good morning, everyone. It's 10:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, May 15th, 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I figured I was reading this. I shared it in my Telegram. I was going to do this video last night. I decided not to, but I'll do it today. It kind of plays into me. The fact that XRP price dropped here a little bit. And it seems there's a lot of truth to this. And I even waited to do this because I wanted to see, and I was just working out here in my garden area thing. And I'm reading through this and I'm like, I've read this so many times now. I've just got to at least do a video on it. Because it's something that I think actually has a lot of credibility here, that maybe not the source, but at least you got to give credibility to some kind of story like this, because it could have an impact on maybe what some think, and things like that. So a lot of people thought like that XRP was going to be used with the hidden road deal with the financial institutions. And one of the things we've speculated on is, now that we have the RLUSD stablecoin, like how much traffic is going to be moved through that stable means compared to through using the XRP token, so to say, as moving the transaction. And as we're finding out right now, as far as the hidden road deal, they're going to end up using the RLUSD instead of XRP, which is one of the contingencies here now. The fact that we're going to be using that to push some of this money is just, it's not a deal breaker, but it's going to cause some concern for some. And maybe some institutions are going to shy away because they're like, well, technically, you don't even need to use XRP. We can just use the RLUSD stablecoin and move the money like we need to between institutions. See, that's where it rubbed me the wrong way, having the stablecoin. I understand they can prop up the price of XRP, but now you don't need to use it as the only entity, if you catch the drift. So no XRP has Ripple to use RLUSD and hidden road deal for 300 financial institutions. So Ripple's latest blog post about RLUSD's use case and the hidden road setup has triggered concerns among XRP proponents, questioning the coin's role in the deal. On Tuesday, Ripple published a blog post highlighting the use case of stablecoins. Like RLUSD, the San Francisco-based payments company emphasized that stablecoins bridge the gap between DeFi and TradeFi. RLUSD's role in hidden road setup. The blog post further highlighted RLUSD's role in the hidden road deal. Recall that Ripple reached an agreement with Hidden Road to acquire the prime broker for $1.25 billion. In its recent blog post, Ripple stated that Hidden Road, which clears over $3 trillion for 300 financial institutions annually, will leverage RLUSD as a collateral asset across its prime brokerage platform. See, the speculation is you would use XRP to leverage across the brokerage platform. So now what I'm seeing develop here is one of our speculations might go by the wayside, and we had to see years down the road if this was true or not, is can XRP be used to fund the liquidity for banks worldwide? Well, it looks like to me, with the ensuance of the RLUSD stablecoin at the end of 24, that they're going to not use XRP as the world reserve as far as the liquidity hub, and they're going to in fact use RLUSD stablecoin, and that's kind of a kick in the dick in a way. But it goes deeper than that, so you're still going to need to use XRP for the transaction itself, as far as for the gas fee. So that in itself is going to bring massive increases in prices, but you're not getting $1,000 or $2,000. Be happy if you get $20, $30, $40, and then we get that magical push to $100, and then maybe. But I'm going to be happy with that first push from 10 to 20, which I believe is going to happen, and it can happen with the advanced traffic that'll be put in with the hidden road deal with RLUSD. So don't think this is all bad. This is exactly what we need to get that $10 price. Caprende. And at $10, our XRP is worth 100 grand on 10,000 tokens. So don't get greedy. We paid $3,500 for these babies. Let it work. Meanwhile, part of the deal would see Hidden Road transition its post-trade activities on XRP Ledger, XRP's underlying blockchain, allowing it to reduce costs, with XRPL handling Hidden Road's post-trades. The prime broker would leverage XRP to pay all post-trade transaction fees. Exactly what I was talking about at the end. It still can be used as transaction fees, baby. So that's going to boost the price up to our range that we need. I'm telling you, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. It's not in the way we think, but it's going to allow the price to appreciate to where we're going to make 6-7 figures. I'm telling you. It's in the cards. As long as you're patient and you have those 10,000 tokens and you hold them with your life, you're going to make 6-7 figures guaranteed. I guarantee it. Well, you can't guarantee, but I guarantee with 99.99% certainty. And that 0.01% is electricity grid shuts off. How about that? The company initially disclosed this in April when it announced the Hidden Road acquisition. At the time to disclose, elicited major controversy with some community members expressing concerns about the company sidelining XRP. These concerns have resurfaced with Ripple reiterating that Hidden Road will use RLUSD as a collateral asset across its platform. Several users have once again questioned XRP's role in the Hidden Road setup, with some suggesting that XRP's function is now limited to paying transaction fees. Earlier this month, XRP community member Alina Shun, blah, 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 echoed the sentiment. RLUSD, blah, 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 blah. According to her, XRP was once the preferred... No. So I already gave my reason. I'm not going to listen to some speculation of nonsensical bullshit. Ripple launched the USD's peg. We already know. I talked about that. All right, fine. I'll read that. Ripple launched the USD peg stablecoin on XRP Ledger in December 2024. After it launched, it was integrated into Ripple's payment solution, giving financial institutions access to a fiat-backed digital currency with zero volatility. Since its launch, RLUSD has gained widespread adoption across the broader crypto market and has been listed on major exchanges like Gemini, Uphold, Bitso, and MoonPay. Interestingly, thanks to the Hidden Road acquisition, it is now poised to become the first stablecoin to enable cross-margining between traditional markets and digital assets. While XRP proponents are concerned that RLUSD is gradually replacing their favorite coin, Ripple executives have continued to dismiss their assertion. Earlier this year, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said RLUSD and XRP would complement each other. He asserted that both have different functions, noting that while XRP functions as a bridge asset to provide liquidity between two fiat currencies, RLUSD serves as an on-chain fiat. Additionally, Ripple's CTO David Schwartz stated that RLUSD is good for XRP rather than harmful. He emphasized that stablecoins like RLUSD are crucial in maintaining price stability. The Ripple CTO also mentioned that XRP would continue to render key functions like auto-bridging that favor its liquidity. So I think it's a good thing what we're reading. I mean, obviously, it's not the greatest when they're not going to use it as far as for the 300 financial institutions, but I think that's a bit deceiving. Because you still get the transaction fees. I know we're going to make 6 to 7 figures guaranteed. So it's a matter of how much you believe. Have a great day, everybody.